Salutations everyone, Shadowtroyers here, back with another Naruto versus video for y'all today. Now, since I love Naruto and power scaling Naruto, I figured I would do a video that I haven't really seen anywhere else, that being Menma Uzumaki from the Road to Ninja movie versus EMS Sasuke. But before we get into that topic, please make sure to like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel. Also click the notification bell to know when I upload. Finally, check out my Patreon, my YouTube membership program. Now, I'm actually quite surprised, to say the least, that I have not seen this matchup done by anyone else, as it actually quite fits well, as Menma is someone Naruto could have become due to all the hatred in the village for him, and Sasuke as well, the one Naruto's been chasing after the most since up until the end of Shippuden, so putting a dark Naruto up against him really works in my opinion. But let's go over the rules of this actual matchup and the versions the characters will be using. So for Menma, we'll be specifically using him from the movie Road to Ninja. However, because there is a manga tie-in in chapters for Road to Ninja, we will be treating it as canon to the Naruto manga. If you don't like that, well, that's unfortunate because that's how we do things on the channel. And for Sasuke, we're specifically using early to mid war arc Sasuke, so roughly post his fight with Kabuto, but before his fight with Jubito. One more thing to know about Menma is he will be having his 9 beasts in this fight. But on the same token, we'll be giving Sasuke a summoning. So then, let's start the video out by scaling Menma, since this is his first time on the channel. Now, Menma is a very interesting character, but a lot of people have already scaled him before. But since we haven't scaled him on the channel, I'll just be going over all the scaling that he has. So how strong is he? Well, he did have an extended fight with Sage Mode Naruto and was actually able to ragdoll this Sage Mode Naruto pretty effortlessly. Now, for this version of Naruto, we know it should be War Arc Naruto, specifically the one prior to becoming friends with Kurama. We know this because Naruto planned to use KCM against Menma. That means Menma should scale above like Sage War Arc Naruto, which is pretty crazy. That makes Menma easily a very deadly shinobi, probably in the mid to high Kage levels of strength, but then how strong are his mass beasts? Well, his mass beast should be at least the average Akatsuki level, as we see all of them are able to hold their own against Akatsuki members. As well, 2 of them are able to fight temporarily against a focused Diva path, meaning that should put them easily on the mid Kage level, if not potentially like lower end of high Kage. Now, this is kind of Menma for being this strong, but we haven't discussed the biggest part of his scaling. That being, if his masks are defeated, he can summon their power back and summon an actual Ninetales. Now, I always did find it strange how Menma was able to effortlessly contend with Sage Mode Naruto, but then gets one tap by base Naruto the moment he's off Kurama. You could call this plot-induced stupidity for the movie, but to be generous to Menma, we won't count it, and say he should still have War Arc, Sage Mode Naruto levels of durability. So then, how strong is Sasuke? Now, when it comes to Sasuke scaling here, we get quite a few new things for him. The very first being that he scales relative to Edo Itachi. This is very impressive, as Edo Itachi was able to fight and even restrain KCM1 Naruto, yet Sasuke was able to fight alongside and show relativity to the same Itachi. This is actually very consistent with the narrative, as Sasuke later on against the Jubi was able to fight alongside a mastered KCM1 Naruto, basically the Naruto who uses KCM1 but is being friends with Kurama. But we know that this Naruto should be much stronger than his fight with Itachi version, yet Sasuke is able to still fight alongside him and keep up with him, and even combine jutsu with him for combo attacks. One of which is the Rasen Shuriken, which he's never seen before, and is stated to be even difficult for seasoned duos. This has further levels of consistency, as a weaker Sasuke, that being the one during the 5 Kage summit, was able to react to A in his suppressed version 1 cloak and dodge him. This is the same A who was able to keep up with and block Naruto and B from entering the war until Naruto got a mental lamp to get past A. However, there is one statement in the manga I wish to go over about Edo Itachi that could apply to Sasuke as well. That being when Kabuto says that he is the finest foil to Kabuto's Edo Tensei. Now, this is before Itachi has pulled out the Izanagi, so Kabuto could be implying that Itachi might just be the strongest of his shown Edo Tensei. This is actually fairly consistent, as Kabuto was complementing his jutsu and power right before this, meaning you could argue he is above the other Edo Tensei that Kabuto has, with the exception of Madara, as Kabuto doesn't know his full capabilities. This should apply to Sasuke as well, as he scales relative to Itachi, as the guidebooks verbatim state that they are equals in that encounter. This may be consistent, as KCM1 Naruto clones were able to go to every battlefield and basically turn the tide of the war, beating up the Edo Kage and the Edo Tensei that other shinobi were struggling with. So Sasuke here has some really good scaling, but then how does this matchup actually go? Now, when talking about this matchup, is actually rather interesting. Now, Sasuke and Menma on their own scale pretty relative to each other, though I am inclined to give the slight edge to Sasuke in terms of overall power due to him having far more concrete scaling. But Sasuke does run into an issue he has to deal with. That's him getting jumped by all of the 9 masked beasts and Menma. Now, individually, I don't see any of these masked beasts giving Sasuke any trouble at all, but as a group, I can see them being rather difficult. However, that does not mean Sasuke loses here. Sasuke does have jutsu to deal with the masked beasts, that being Amaterasu or potentially Kirin if he decides to pull that out, so it's not impossible to think that he wouldn't be able to deal with them. No, the real problem comes when the masked beasts are dealt with and he has to face a whole Kurama. Now, this is only as powerful as the half Kurama that Naruto has since they fought relative, but that's still a level of power I don't think Sasuke has gotten to yet. Even in the manga, Sasuke is feeling inferior to Naruto when he shows off half of the Nine Tails power. Now, this does not inherently mean he can't win the fight, as he might be able to snipe Enma on top of Kurama with a Amaterasu or a Susanoo arrow, or he could try catching Kurama with a Amaterasu and that might work, but I'm not convinced due to how fast Kurama is. As well, one more thing to note is I don't actually believe Sasuke can put Kurama under Genjutsu, so that's not really an option. Maybe Menma might be caught in a Genjutsu, but I think Kurama could just break him out. So in my opinion, while Sasuke would put up a great fight, I actually don't think he wins here. The winner is Menma. But those are just my thoughts on the topic. If you have something to add or entirely disagree, please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until we meet again, good luck in your power scaling endeavors.